This is by far the easiest way to farm this platform. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the On the Edge mod pack. One of those guys, I didn't have my magnet on, and one of those guys, I hit him, my sword flew out of my hand and off into the end void. So now I have to make another cutlass. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having those abilities. Anyway, so a viewer, Neil King, said that maybe that spawner that we had out there, maybe it will spawn on obsidian, kind of like how the pigs only spawn on the grass. So let's try that out. Let's put this guy here. And he said something about it being wide, like maybe I have to whip of destruction. Weird. Maybe I have to be far away. Am I doing it right? Nope. Turned off. But you need obsidian for them to spawn on. I'm not seeing it. What is that? What is this? Igneous rock. Okay. Does it have any recipes? Nope, no recipes. Well, these guys aren't spawning, so that must not be it, unless I'm just missing something, which could be. So we're gonna pick them up, back up, and we'll save them. Okay, so last time when we put this together, I messed up on what order the generators are supposed to be shooting at each other. Typically, you would go, I just kind of go in a circle. But that's when you put them on the floor and you have each one 2 spaces away from each other, or 2 spaces in between each of them. But these two only have 1 space in between, so they have 1 tick between them of throw time. These still have 2 ticks, but you want them all to have 2 ticks. So when you set them, don't set them in a circle. You'll want to set them as, say, if this was the first one, then this will be the second generator, this will be the third generator, and this will be the 4th generator. Okay, so that means that this one, you know how we have the orange going around to the orange signal, but then the other side is the what generator's in front of it. So because this one's magenta, we set this signal behind this block at magenta. Well, instead of doing that, because this is the second one and this color is blue, you'll want to have that other signal as blue. So the other signal is blue on this one, the other signal is going to be yellow, this one, the other signal is going to be magenta, and then this one, the last signal is going to be orange. Let's see, what other changes would you make? You would make, okay, so that one there, you want the 3rd generator to be giving the signal to the timer. So the 3rd generator is 1, 2, 3. This is yellow over here, so you want yellow coming into that one. So that should fix the problem. Now, if we were to break this open, you would see that these 3 are each making 3,000 RF a tick, and this one's making 2,500. So much better than that 1280. I'd like to try playing with portals today as our last thing. Yeah, I really would. Not portals. What are these? Shields. You saw over on the platform over in the end that I had that big open space, and you might have seen the shield projector in the floor. I actually had some shields there, and I was trying to attack those guys through the wall, but it doesn't protect me from those abilities to steal my weapons. So let's go inside here and slide it up a little. Don't look at anybody. And stop the spawning and get this ready for some shields. So I managed to get all this dug out, and we are ready to put in the shield projector. So let's hop inside here. Like always, I pre-dig my holes and set the pipes and everything, so let's bring this guy out. We want to place a chest usually like in the middle of the room to be able to catch everything. So let's throw that on there, do this so we can get the drops, and we'll set this to say 5. If we see any sitting around, then we'll up it to 6. Okay, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna need that. Alright, and then we're gonna put our shield projector over in this corner. Give it some power. There we go. And there is our shield projector. We are going to use the tile block as what it's going to look like, the camouflage. We're setting it to solid. If you haven't seen this block before, I'll show you all the different settings. If you want to use the standard shield colors, that's where you use this right here. If you don't want to see it at all, it would be invisible. There's the shield colors, and then there's solid, and then that's what you would put in here is what it would look like if it's solid. Okay, so this is already set. I have it set so that items will pass through, players will pass through, and hostile creatures will pass through, but they'll take damage as they touch the shield. Now some of the other options are just solid and solid damage, but we want them to fall through and then take damage. So we don't want to add that on there. Now there's a generic damage type, and that's just hurting the mobs, and then they die, and then they drop what they drop. And then there's the players that's supposed to give you the rare drops and experience. But when you use the player damage on the Endermen, they teleport outside the room and beyond the glass. But if you use generic damage, then they just sit in it and take it. So we're going to use generic. Alright, so the next thing to do is to fill up the room with the shield blocks, shield template. This is the first time I've actually used the shield projector. It's really a handy block in this mod, and I shouldn't really be surprised because of the other blocks that MC Jetty has in rftools are all very functional. And I need one more on top. Where's that one at? Oh, I know what it is. It is because I didn't feel like I needed that random things item collector took my blocks. I don't feel like I need one underneath there. So there we go. And then all you have to do to activate it is to right click it. Nope, that's not it. Is to left click it. There, it's activated. Deactivate it, it's just left click again. So now, yep, I fall through. I don't know why I would want that. Maybe I should change it to solid, but the items will fall through and the Endermen will get damaged. So let's cover this stuff up. There we go. I should just put a trapdoor there so I can access it. And then come out of here. Oh, first we're gonna have to remove the lights so that they'll actually spawn. And that was quick. Okay. You can already see it. See, they're falling through the floor and they're taking damage. So we don't have to worry about the spikes. I did take the spikes out if you didn't notice, and I brought the wall in one. And yeah, another bonus. This is actually from when we had the spikes, but another bonus is that you don't have to worry about like all the armor drops and all the trash and everything. You can just get the ender pearls now. So over here, I was messing around with the shield projector also. I have it right here, and then these are all covers that just goes to the power supply so that I can power the shield projector. This open space is all shield, and what I have it set to is so that the hostiles, it's solid so they can't go through, so it doesn't damage them because it makes them bounce all over the place, and items and players can go through. See, he's walking on nothing. Now why I do that is because it seems like the safest way to farm this platform is to pop down here. Alright, didn't know these were here. There we go. And then get their attention. come back this way. And then don't fall down too much. There we go. This is what I want. Let's turn on the sound. Alright, and then you just come from underneath. And you can even have those creeper endermen, and they won't blow up on you. And then plus, if someone takes your weapon, just like what happened, it'll fall down onto you, and you'll pick it. As long as you have the magnet, you'll pick it up. Which, I got a new weapon. I used the endurium instead of the signalium, like it was last time. Yep, lots easier to do it this way. So like, I'm trying to record, but I had 2 blood moons in a row I had to wait out. And then now it's a thunderstorm. So last thing I want to do... Jeez. As soon as I turn it on. Okay. Okay. Calm down now. Oh my gosh. I swear I'm not adding that. It's just going. Ugh. Okay. So last thing I want to do in this episode is I want to... Okay. So this thing, it will use pearls constantly, non-stop. It has no regulation on its own. It will just use them up on you. And right now, we don't have a good pearl generation. I mean, we have this, but, you know, it does a few. So I already have this deactivated. See, I set an incredibly long time, so it's not going to send anything through. And I have this one open because we're going to put a new we're going to put a new program into the PRC. Earlier, I had dug this out, so we can actually get back here and access it and mess around with some stuff. Some of the things I've done since we created this last episode is that I moved the Tesseract from in the middle of this to over here, and I put a capacitor down here just for some buffer storage. Holy cow. And it was a blood moon before, so we're actually technically daytime, so I can't go and sleep that away. Anyways, so I saw this first, and in Landstryder's video. I'm going to link the video in the description, and then that way you can go check it out. I think he came up with it, but if he didn't, then then maybe you can find a source in his video. But I'll link his because that's where I had seen it first. Okay, so what we need is we need the power monitor from Ender.io. Oh, and it says configured already, so that'll make it easy. What else we need? We need one RedNet cable to connect the power monitor to the PRC. And then we just need the glasses for the 2 spots on the front. If you can hear me over the thunder. Alright, so I swear they're just being funny now. I keep thinking, okay, I'm gonna wait this out. As soon as I step outside, I stop hearing thunder. So I think we're good to go now. Okay, so let's get our RedNet cable inside there, connect to the back of the PRC, and then we are going to throw the power monitor on. Now I need to be able to configure that that color inside there on the RedNet cable, so we'll need to break this off. 1 and 2, get inside here just like this, and then we'll use the last color we used before is green. No, it's pink. I don't want a neutral color. Let's use, that's good, whatever color that is. Okay, so now we got that covered up, put these back, and we're good to go. Now let's do some programming. So before, what we had is that when we get the green signal from our timer, then it does the fan out and sends the signals to the generators, and then it sends a signal to variable 0, which is the pearl injector, which it has a 2-tick delay. So we want to add in the control for the power monitor, and I should actually open it up and show it to you so you can see what's going on here. So we want to use engine control. We want to use that it emits a signal when the power is less than 75% full storage, and I assume that it means this. So I think it's required to make this work. It's required that you have one of the Ender IO capacitors. If I'm wrong, let me know. But that's how it was in Landstryder's video, and I assume that that's just how it's going to be. But yeah. So when the capacitor is at less than 75%, which actually I want this to be 50 full, then it will start emitting a redstone signal, and then when it gets up to 85%, it will stop emitting a redstone signal. So that means when it gets low, it's going to emit a signal. So we want this to turn on when that's emitting a signal. Okay, right now it's set to turn on when this thing emits a signal. So we want to do it. We want this thing to turn on when both that power monitor and the timer emit signals at the same time. Okay, now this is all in Landstryder's video, and I'm going to link it at the bottom. So we need to get a third channel inside here. And we also need to change this setting because we don't want it to start this process solely from that channel. So what we are going to do is we are going to set this to variable 1 since we're already using variable 0. So now we'll go to our third channel. We want to do an AND. So it's like this has to be on and this has to be on for this to come out. So that's going to be in out back, B for back, from that strange color. Yeah, I think that was it. Yep, that was it. And from in out left, and that's from the green timer. So when we get the power monitor signal and the timer signal, it's going to put out on variable 1. And that will be this. So then it will do all those things, and then this just like before. Okay. Let's reactivate this back down to 30 ticks. And then we are going to put those back, and it looks like it had turned on for a second. Does that mean we're actually, yep, we were down below 50%. So you can see how it's working. And then when it gets to 85%, which it should be, then it's going to stop inserting pearls. So what's going on now is that it's working off of a pearl that it already had, but by the time it busts, it's not going to put in a new one. And I figured that's what happened. Okay, so you can see that it's not turning on again. And you don't have to look for the particles because we had put the fancy lights in. So when it's not flashing, that's how you know that you're not using pearls. Okay, so I got my pearls in there, and yep, it just monitors when this is at halfway. All the power can still come in and out of this thing, and then sends to that to send out into our world. So we'll close that. I was hoarding some pearls because I didn't want to lose them. And then we'll throw all these inside our storage back there. Okay, I think that is everything we wanted to do. We wanted to get our new shield projector put in. We tested it out on the platform in the end. I got a new sword, and we put a regulator on the back of our endergenic generator from Landstryder. Alright, so we will see you next time. If you have any questions about what I was trying to talk about at the beginning of the episode with the linking of the generators, let me know and I'll try to explain it better. I wish I had gotten it on the tutorial video last time, but it was already uploaded and I had watched it again and then realized what I had done. So yeah, leave me any questions if you have any, and we will see you next time. Bye.